Hey everyone. So I've always done the videos a little more structured and I guess more science teacher like. So we're going to start trying to switch this up a little bit. And today I'm going to do a few things. I've got some maintenance to do here in the creature cave and I want to bring you guys along with me. First things first, we're going to get this tarantula rehoused, which is an NC. I'm not even going to try to say a scientific name. I'm downright horrible with pronouncing them. So we'll just stick with that. It's the Trinidad olive, except this one is the gold form. I do have the traditional olive colored. Typically it's hiding in its little web, stuff like that. But this one I had picked up a little while ago and it was in pre-molt, so I left it alone. It's since molted. I pulled the molt out, put it in my little jar of exoskeletons. Kind of creepy. This one, I want to get it in something nicer than just a deli cup. We're going to set this up. I'll let you guys kind of see what I do, and I'll probably speed up the video. Right after that, we're going to probably see the tank right here behind me. It's my neon day geckos, my Phelsuma Clamari, however it's pronounced. There's 3 of them in there. They like to poop on the plants. So we're going to kind of clean that up. It's full bioactive, so I spray the plants off, it falls down to the bottom, gets broke up. Plants are happy. I'm happy because I don't have to wipe stuff up unless it's on the glass. And the other thing I want to show you is, well, I'll leave that for a little later. Let's get on with this, make this happen. So let's get this enclosure set up. This is another enclosure off Amazon. It's a Reptizoo. Kind of like this size, plus they're stackable. Similar to tarantula cribs, actually. Can't forget the catch cup, paintbrush. Now this little guy is fast, and since he has no place to hide, pretty sure he's gonna come right out. Let's spin this. Probably not the best for the cameras, but I work with what I got. So I don't think this is gonna be a difficult rehouse at all. I think this little guy's gonna go right in here and be good to go. Alright, just nice and calm. Well, he doesn't like the paintbrush. Come on. You gotta go. A new home. Better than a deli cup. It's been in this cup for so long, it doesn't want to leave. Yeah, that's cork bark. Go on. There you go. So this is the gold form. Oh, I bumped the table. So this form's got kind of a, I'm going to call it a reddish tint, but the back of the carapace which just disappeared, has like a gold starburst on it, which makes them absolutely stunning. It's I think a pretty unique species. I've been told they're kind of rare in the hobby, but in the olive form, the green form, is a lot more common. It's been a pretty good eater. I haven't had any issues with it. So with that rehousing is done. Very, very simple. Now I've got a few days before I do a feeding. So this one ate a couple days ago, so it'll be back in line in the next one with the next day of feeding. This is my neon day gecko enclosure. It's all live plants, cork bark background, Josh's Frogs dirt. I think it's the tropical. But we're going to check these guys out. They are absolutely a blast. This is probably one of my favorite species that I've got in this room, just with how animated they are and the looks they give you. So here comes this one. Check everything out. Isn't it great? And watching the camera, not sure what's going on, but not too afraid. And this is a little female here, which I'm not sure. I think she's the one that laid. I've got up here, I've got some single eggs, or one single egg, and then I've got a pair, because there is a male and two females in here, and I think that the little one with the missing the tip of its tail, which is that one right there, the one who was just watching us, I think she laid the single egg, and the bigger female laid the double clutch in there, which the time frame that I might end up with eggs should be right around the new year, so we'll update later on with that. But let's get to some of the maintenance I've got to do in here. Zoom out a little bit. Well, you can see they spend a lot of time over top of that little fern and that piece of bamboo. So we're gonna grab the pump, water, turn the nozzle down so it sprays better. Hopefully none of these guys fly out at me. They sometimes do. But this is the extent of what I do to help control the fecal matter on the plants so it doesn't cause any issues. I don't know how some of these other YouTube people do it, but that is pretty much the extent of what I do more routinely. This is why I have to clean the glass. My chameleon geckos like to mess in weird places. Wanted to show you this corner here. I found a corner shelf that's big enough to hold, like that enclosure there is a 15 wide, 17 deep, and 24-inch tall. And that slides in there perfect. Now I no longer have a disaster in this corner where it was kind of hidden behind Rango's enclosure and just, oh, it drove me nuts. I like trying to be organized, and it made it so difficult that I keep looking at the screen. I need to stop that. I need to look at the monitor. I wanted to see if I was in frame. But it was driving me absolutely nuts. And so I found that. I ordered another shelf. So I reworked this side of the room. As you can see, it works out pretty well. So tarantulas and spiders, they all stayed the same, as you can see. And then now, let's go over and see Rango. There's the fire skinks. There's Rango behind me. You can see my other light. So, let's go over. There's Rango right here. Not sure what he'd do if I opened it up. If he's going to run away or if he's going to want to come out. It's hit or miss with him. But come here, Rango. You want to eat in roach? Camera shy? Good boy, Rango. Good boy, buddy. Anyways, if anybody has any questions or you liked what you've seen, if you like this vlog style a bit more, let me know in the comments below. I'm kind of still searching for my voice on YouTube and how I want to do these videos. I want this to be a bit more personal. I want this to be a journey of my care for these creatures, for these animals that are... I want to explore everything at possible. I love naturalistic enclosures like the leopard geckos, which we have 5. All have naturalistic enclosures. We've got quite a few crested geckos that I've set up, similar to Steve's habitat, which is this one up above. He's my gargoyle gecko, which I will probably only ever have one of those. He's Steve. We'll leave it at that. He is just Steve. He's an absolute lunatic. But every once in a while I get to see him, and if nothing else, I have a nice planted terrarium that looks nice. The plants grow. I get to trim them. So anyways, I got off on a rant. If anybody has any questions, let me know in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more videos. Maybe a little less yakety yak as I get this figured out, and more true content of following along as I care for all my different animals. I think there's probably at least 100 plus different animals in here, and that's not counting each individual isopod that I have. That would be just individual species, and many of them are not duplicates. This is what I love. This is what I enjoy, and I would love for all of you to follow along and hopefully enjoy it as much as I do. So, you all have a good night.